what happens here? Okay, this is really important. Fudge, you here? So what happens here is the left one's here. There's two Skull and X gonna be marked. The ones at the north wall is gonna be Square and Moon for Alte, Pogish and Alte. So as soon as these tanks pull Skull and Cross here, Delusion Love, pull into the cubby, you should be pulling the ones here for me and Alte, and we'll grab it.
The door as soon as you guys pull, right?
Yep.
And then we'll pull them straight.
So Alte, be ready to pick it up with me, and we'll bring it over here in this cubby on Square. And then another thing is, as soon as Skull and before Cross is gonna die, or as soon as Skull and Cross die, I want you to go with the healer to pull the 3-pack here and bring it back.
I'd be able to run right away as soon as you guys pick up these two off me.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll leave that to your judgment and discretion, because you wanna try and be as fast, but not to not overwhelm us. But I think the more you raid with this, the more you know of when you should pull more or not. But I'll do my best to give you a call or try and tell you to pull. So over here, well, if you never have room to use your two-hander, right? Because this room is fucking filled with a bunch of rats, maggots.
Yeah, I usually don't. Yeah, but I usually have, as long as we pull quick, after the last day bombs, I could have rage.
You whip out your two-hand, boom, 30 rage or more. Two-hand. Get a lot of rage from that two-hand, just swap back to. Yeah, because your bag space, I don't know how much you're bringing.
Yeah, last night I literally had no spots. I had 2 spots free, and one was for the frozen rune things, and one was for a healthstone. So I literally couldn't fit anything else in my bags.
Do you also bring your flash set?
Including taking off my offhand. Yeah, I did, but I never got to use it because I died immediately.
Yeah, because I think that was key, using it on like glue for something. It was nice to have.
Mm-hmm.
For this one, do you guys have any recommendations of how to adjust this fight for Grobulus? Or how I did last night?
People are still dropping the poisons wrong.
Yeah, the poisons were getting dropped wrong. You should, for future reference, if you need to tank again, you wanna be a little farther away. You were a little too close to the range. You want to give them a little more range because the poison expands as the fight goes on. It can get pretty big. So, like, let's say you pull the boss and you start like right, let's say here, right? So if you're tanking him here, and the ranged are in the middle, you want to come.
What? No, when Lilith tanks and starts it over there, I'm already over here.
So you're on
I stand. I literally stand right here the whole entire fight.
And you don't have to move at all.
Unless he goes too far over here. It only happens rarely. Like, it's only happened maybe like 3 or 4 times. Where it's if it goes all the way to like over here, then yeah, I have to move. But normally we kill them by the time he's like right here.
So yeah, like if you pick him up here, just take him like, you know, here, and then loop around. You don't want to let him get too close to the range because the poison can get to them. And eventually he should be dead here. If not, then you can loop around more. But the other thing is when he drops poison, you want to try to move a set distance every time. As you probably noticed, it's really fucking hard to see where the poison is. So you watch the DBM timer. It tells you when he's going to drop poison. He'll often drop one right away. You have to watch out for. And then when he does drop a poison, you want to move like maybe like this far, maybe a little less. But
okay.
you want to just move a decent distance and then stop, because you don't want it to expand too much into the melee. But you don't want to have to keep moving because that'll just lower DPS. So once he drops the poison, just move him back like this much, and then you just keep tanking until another poison drops. Try to like angle your camera a little bit so that you can see the poison. So if it does expand too much on the melee, like, they're not going to move out because they're stupid. So you gotta babysit them. Then you just move back again.
Suck.
Ouch.
If you want to use something as a reference, it's right on the pillar that's here.
I don't get it. Say Pog is the boss, melee, I don't understand why melee are like, oh, here, cleanse my poison. Right here.
Yeah,
No,
that's scary.
nobody shouldn't do that. Like, I
They,
think
except
somebody
that they
was just
do.
Yeah, it
trolling.
happened like twice last night or something.
Except they fucking do. Like, okay, I get a poison. Okay, then run away from the raid over
I
here.
think
Alright,
Cousin Dave
cleanse.
was also cleansed, like in the middle of the casters too.
I mean, same thing for casters.
He
If
was
all the
cleansed
casters
on
are...
the opposite side of the room where the tanks were going. Like he ran over here.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. If you're a caster, then leave the trail behind. Like,
Yeah,
if
should
they're
have gone
all
the
over
boss.
here, then casters should be going over here to get cleansed, and then resume.
Will we ever do like a Grobulus where we kite him up the ramp and we
Now,
keep going and
if
following
we
the
can't
ramp?
cleanse correctly, that's never gonna happen. It's just gonna fuck the whole ramp down.
Okay.
Yeah.
I agree.
I think, Pog, that maybe you can use this one as a reference. Like when to tank in the middle of this, and when some melee gets the poison, it can go to the boxes. Like being here, see? And then go back to the raid.
Should be able to, yeah.
Here.
Maybe that cause selling DPS
I mean-
go into some place that's not with a poison might be too hard, so just letting them boxes, it's easy enough.
Let's
Even-
let's take a look at what happened yesterday, and then we can point out who did right and who did wrong.
Alright, let's watch.
You're not streaming, by the way.
Hold on, I have to click a few times.
Oh, right. I'm just making sure. I'm sorry.
Yes, sir, Reese. Streaming.
So on my raid
Raid
frame,
frames?
you can see the debuff. When someone's got a debuff, it's gonna show as a little disease icon.
Need to make sure those people know what they did wrong.
Only 3 casters are standing on me, on star.
Okay,
Everybody else is lagging way behind.
I've never had a mobility issue, but I am behind you.
So
It's
what
not
were you?
about having a mobility issue, it's just moving the least amount during the fight to get the most amount of DPS.
It's like rotation too, though, you know? Like when you hit a GCD and when you can move.
Yeah, you can
Like
do that
I'm
too.
still in that's what I'm saying though, I'm still in constant DPS, but I am behind you.
Right, so if you know that the boss is going to be kited this way, you want to stay like right over here so you are in range of him, right, at both of those times over here. So it's kind of like basic logic, right?
I never have to move.
And then if you are dropping the poison from you are a caster, you go behind the boss right here, right? Am I correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, if you're a melee too, like anyone, should be behind the boss.
So let's see who's gonna get the poison first. There you go. So what's his face? Yeah,
It's on the middle of the screen.
So this guy. So he does it correctly. He's gonna go right here. Right, so that's perfect.
That's salty.
So
Grandma. What?
I don't know what that's grandma. That
Yes.
he's right here. He's not gonna drop it correctly because he's gonna drop it right over here, right? Which we don't want. Like ultimate, like if you are caught out of place over here, just run over and drop it at the end somewhere around here, right? Like and then drop it behind the boss.
You have like 8 seconds to run.
But see, he gets dispelled right over here. Like no, that's a bad spot to run because that's where all of the casters are gonna run. Okay, yours truly got a fucking thing. That
Oh,
is
you
right,
were
right?
screaming for a cleanse.
Cleanse, 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 cleanse.
Yeah, can you go back a little bit? Yeah, that's pure positioning issues, cause I'm pretty sure clinical was out of range. I don't know if Void is on range, in fact.
Oh, I'm definitely within range. Especially as a
But-
hero. That is not 40
No,
yards.
I mean, but the cleanse
still
is not 40
20
yards. The cleanse is 20.
like
then
30,
walk a few
30.
feet up and cleanse it, even if you are on star.
Yeah, I'm not saying that clinical is right. I'm just saying that that's why we need to care more about positioning, because that's
Yeah,
what
there's
shit can
That was
happen.
my bad there.
There's a nice visual indication of who's got. You see, there's like all white fucking glow around me, or around the person with. So it's nice and easy. You're right. I could have possibly. I honestly don't
No,
know
you're
what.
fine. That was literally my bad. Like, because I chose not to click on you and cleanse, I was looking for it in my UI setup instead. And I was like
The poison
frantically
clouds.
looking for you.
The poison clouds should be clumped up way better. Yeah, you should have been like kissing the outer edge of that
Right.
one instead
Where
of so far away.
can we imitate the range? Because maybe you have here.
Hold on. I was standing right here. This is between these 3 stones. Something like that.
It's a boss
Yeah,
fight.
see, that was the original bad decision over here, and
Out
that's
of range.
Or right here, these ones.
Out of range. Out of range. There I can dispel you.